Well, I was here during Hurricane Hugo. It was my first experience with a hurricane. In 1989, I remember it just as clear as if it was yesterday. I had 10 people in my house that night, and the hurricane came along, and about 10 minutes after 10, on the night of the 21st of September, we lost power. We didn't get it back for 4 days. The 10 people in my house, I was all prepared. I filled one bathtub and had 12 bottles of water, and I said, that'll be plenty. And I found out that you need water to flush toilets. We were out of water by noon the next day. We didn't get power back for 10 days. We didn't get water back for 4 days. Luckily, minor damage to the house, lost shingles, things like that. At the time of the hurricane, I had 57 trees in my yard. 2 days later, I had 39. They fell every which way but on top of my house. Luckily, none hit the house. There was neighbors that did. At 2 o'clock in the morning, a tree came down right through their living room. Luckily, again, nothing happened to me. I don't know what I did at 2 o'clock in the morning. It was scary. It really was. Children screaming in the house. Youngsters that were scared to death by the wind blowing on the house. We moved house. When during the eye came right over, we went out and moved cars because the trees were leaning one way. We moved them around the other way. Sure enough, the wind shifted 180 degrees, and we come out next morning, the trees were over the top of the cars again. It didn't fall, luckily. I cleaned my yard for almost a week, getting debris out of the yard, and we recovered. I did get assistance from the Red Cross, not at my home, but they were supplying ice. They were supplying chainsaw blade sharpeners, water, which I definitely came and got a lot of, and the ice. The thing I remember most was trying to sleep. I had no power, and you hear chainsaws all day long and generators all night long, and the mosquitoes were some of the worst ever, because it was nice and warm after the hurricane went through, and there was water everywhere. So that's my biggest memories. I started with the Red Cross after I retired completely, because I remember how important that was to a lot of families. That's all I got, I think.